everybody. Welcome back to my garage. You know me, I'm Steve. Hey, welcome back where the beer's always cold and the jokes never get old. Hey, on a serious note, we were working on the trunk line here to build our the frame for the trunk. I finished up the frame for the trunk, which is here. Put some cross ties in to keep it so it doesn't, get rickety on us. And I've already bent a piece of metal just to get ready, because you don't need to see cutting metal and bending a little angle on it. But we've got a lot to do to it, so I'm going to share that with you as we go. I've got the edges bent on the side here. I'll show you that, and we are going to shrink these edges to bring them up around to go to the curve of the trunk line, and then we will cut to fit top and bottom. Probably bend those edges up too to give us the upper hand on peening this stuff over, and we'll hope for the best. So today's episode is let's hope and see. So here we go. Hey, thanks a lot, everybody, for all the great comments, all the new subscribers. We got on each video, we're getting like 15, 20 subscribers, and I couldn't appreciate it anymore. Thank you very much. And all the great comments, and guys share about their projects and stuff. And I do respond to everybody, even if it's just as much as hitting a like, because I read every comment, just to share our lives together in this journey of building cars. So having a lot of fun with it. You see I put my the spare tire hanger on there, and just kind of taking it, biting off a bit at a time. So once we get this trunk done, we'll hopefully get it in today, close it up, and show you. And I could show you how I started the rain gutters. We keep calling them rain gutters. I don't know if that's the actual name, but we shall see. So as you can see in the hole here, this is the edge that would catch the rain, and then there'll be one up around all the way around. But I figure I get the trunk lid done first, and then we move on to that. And here's the lid, all polished up and ground down. All my welds are ground down, and that's it for now. So this is the piece of steel that I've bent on the sides here, and we're going to go over and shrink that and try to take this curve right here. So let's move forward. I hope you're all having a great day today. We have a rainy day today, and I'll tell you what, a rainy day in February, or the end of February, means that we are going to melt down. And melting down is good. Not mentally. We don't want to have a mental meltdown, because then they start smashing stuff. So let me move some stuff aside. We've always got an excess. Hey, while I'm on the subject of stuff, this was a book when my parents, had to clean my parents' house out after they had passed away. And this is a book I found that I think my oldest brother gave to my father. Could be wrong. Doesn't matter who gave it to him. But American Automobile, and it goes, it's a century of American Automobile, and it goes through, from the very beginning, as we move along here with all these great cars. And I'm a huge fan of the 20s and 30s, and this book is just absolutely fascinating. It's inspiring, and it gives me ideas for everything that I'm working on. So great book, and it goes all the way up to, in the end here, we're up into the, I don't know where we're, the 80s or something like that. So cool stuff. And it goes 1893 to 1993. So found that actually with a pile of stuff I was going through the other day, and I brought it out here and thumbed through it, and boy, you could spend hours just checking that thing out. So let's make sure you guys are in the mix here and go from there. So yeah, end of February, we got a little bit of rain today, and I'm loving it, to tell you the truth. Because even though I got to plow, don't like plowing snow, but we have to do it. So I'm going to mark out. I got to see where you guys are. I'm sorry. Just kind of want to get everything in the picture here. So I'm going to mark on here, top hinge. Always mark out your work because, you know, once you get spinning this thing around in circles, the next thing you know, you'll be looking at it and go, which side is which? Because I'll be 100% truthful with you, this is an 1/8 inch wider on the top than on the bottom. And this is the way it is when you make custom stuff. Things are, you know, nothing works out perfection. This just is what it is. And an 1/8 inch, I'm calling that a win because, you know, what the hell? I can't get much better than that. So one thing on this to mention is this is 20 gauge steel because I've got to peen this all over, and I used 18 gauge on all the rear end, you know, the quarter panels and everything, and the car is 18 gauge from Henry Ford back in 1940 or 35 or 6 here, 35, but the trunk line, it'll be easier to shrink this and get a curve on it, easier to peen this over, and with a little bit more ease of peening this, I'm not going to damage my frame, which has a curve in it, and we don't want to hurt that. So that kind of explains the method behind the madness. And so now I'm just going to go easy. I don't want to go too crazy here because it will also, when it peens over, it's going to take the shape no matter what. So I don't want to get too nutty with the shape of this thing. It's easy to get nutty, buddy. And I want to make sure I'm biting this whole width of this thing and not just the front 1/4 inch, because it'll move completely differently. You know what you need? Put this in a spot where there's all kinds of shit in your way. I mean, sugar. I didn't swear. So, top. So this is this side. And we're close, but not 100%. Put my marker in my pocket. And like I said, it's going to take the shape of the frame once you start beating it on there too. It's going to, you know, suck that into position, but we're giving ourselves the upper hand by bending this into place now. So all I need is just a little smidgy on the top. And that is good enough for government work to get us the other side. What do you think? I get that one in one shot? No. I'm gonna check your view, see if you can see the table. No, you can't. There you go. So, as I'm pre-bending this into shape, and then we will peen it around. It'll finish it off. So I need a little more bend right up here, but I'm also really wide on the lip there. I'm going to take some of that lip off if I can find my shears. So anybody working on projects out there? I know you are. I'm just going to take this number and transfer it this way. Do that, we're a little wide down here. And that's just eyeball work. A lot of this stuff's just eyeball work. You got to measure and line all that up. You know, this is where it sucks being left-handed, because this is going to be a right-hand cut. Because I'm left-handed, my left hand is so much stronger than the right hand of all those years of cutting and snipping and doing whatever. Did a lot of tile. Back in the old days when we hand snip tile. In one place we did 330 condos down in Connecticut. And there's houses and condos. And we tiled all those bathrooms and made countertops. Insane what we did. So, need a little more on that. Kind of tweaking it in. Like I said, you don't want to get too crazy. If I go over, no good. Too much, no good. Oh, back is killing me today, boys. So, I'm going to mark it out, and I'm going to bend these sides up, because trying to peen that all the way over from flat all the way over is going to be a ton of work. So what I'm going to do is mark it out where that edge is. There's another good idea for bending it, because now I'm up to where my edge is. Otherwise you'd be flopping it back and forth trying to find your edge. And I also ran this through the roller this way to get that metal starting to work in its proper direction. All right, so what are we doing? I think what I need to do is cut this at like a 45, so when it bends over, they're going to run 45 up this corner and not overlap each other. So I don't want them overlapping. So let me get my grinder. I also have to shear this. That'll free this open so I can put this in the shear and cut that. So let's get the grinder going. I might just eyeball that with the grinder. Right? The hell. What can go wrong? How bad can it be? Let's try that. So I'm going to clamp it down so it doesn't run away on us. Gently. I think we may have to fine tune that in. So let's cut. I'm just running with it. I think it'll be fine. Hey, we make a mistake. What do? Do it over. I also left a little smidge outside the outside corner, so when I bend that, it'll roll down around those corners. And let's spin this around. But I am going to clamp that. A couple of quick clamps just to keep it in position. You know what that position is? All right. So we're just going for it. What the hell? Failure is an option. You know what happens when you fail? You learn a bunch of stuff and you move on. Failure is nothing wrong with failure. If you don't try, you'll never fail. But if you win, hey, you tried and you won. All right. So now, as you can see, I've got to trim this because I'm a little wider here than down here, and I only want 5/8 total. So when it rolls around, it'll probably come in a 1/2 inch. So I have 5/8, total inside that lip. And I hope that makes sense, or at least makes nonsense, one or the other. I'm going to bend that just a hair more. Now, Tape measure. Pen. I'm going to mark out 5/8. 5/8. Same thing here. 5/8. That is 5/8. We'll get a straight edge. Or a straight enough edge. Beauty. The only bad thing is I'm not going to be able to get that in my shear because this lip is in the way. So what we'll do is the next best thing. We'll get our hand shears. We'll do that. I keep checking the camera to see where you guys are. Not hiding on me. It doesn't like, it likes going from one side better than the other. Or cutting from one side better than the other, I should say. When it comes up and catches right next to an edge, it doesn't like to jump onto that edge. So we'll do the next best thing. We'll go electric, see if that works. If that doesn't work, we'll go back to horse and buggy and we'll do it by hand. All right, 2 shears later, we're good. Now, I have to trim these corners back. Thinking on our feet here. These have to be 45 or more. All right. Well, that was that. We're getting it. One cut at a time, one bend at a time, one ting at a time. You gotta do the right ting, you know what I'm saying? Okay, see, now good thing I marked that top, because right now I've spun this around so many times, I have no idea what is top and what is bottom. And that's that. I need pliers. Ow. Piece bent in here. So, I guess when it comes to organizational skills, I get a C minus. You know what it is? You're always thinking and working, and you just move stuff around. Right? So where it lands, you're not focused because you're moving to the next spot. First aid. Luckily, I was cleaning out my truck yesterday. I found a bunch of Band-Aids. Those are quite handy. I know, I should be wearing gloves. But I got about 8 tetanus shots, so I'm good. Okay, so our lines still look good. I'm going to try to get some bend in. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, you know what I can do? I know what I can do. This has the capability to be a box maker. If you look at all these little tabs under here, I can take those out and turn it into the length I need to make a box. So give me a minute. So now what I'm doing, I can bring this down here and show you, is this over here. If you can see here, I took, call them teeth. I took one of these teeth out here, and they're multiple sizes. So you have like an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches, probably 2.5 here. Yep, 2.5. And then you have 4, and so on. They go bigger, bigger, bigger. And you can basically measure your combination. I need 30 inches clear to make it work as a bending a box. And this is exactly 30 inches here. So hopefully that will suffice what I need to do. I've got to go measure that 1 second to double check. I may have to be a little less than 30. And yeah, I do. So I've got to be like 29.5. So what I'm going to do, 29 and a half, and that's going to be 30. Let's take this end one off. And all you do is loosen these Allen screws up. And you got to get into your next one because you got to open that up just a little bit. Then it'll start to fall. Well, there's that one. I'll just tighten this last one up so this doesn't move. So I've got to be, I need to lose a half an inch. So that's 4, and those two are 3.5. So what I'm going to do is take this one out. Put this up, take this one, slide it down, get these snugged, get this snugged. So anything moving while you're messing around. So now the whole length is 29 and a half. Hopefully you can see that, 29 and a half right there. So moving the combination of steel around, you get set up so now you have bent up sides here on your piece of steel, and then they'll take the angle when you bend it up. Follow what I'm saying? Are you with me? Pay attention, there's going to be a quiz at the end. All right, I'm going to move this so you can see what we're doing here when we get the box over. First, let me bend this down. Now you see what I'm saying? That bent up edge is on the outside of those. That's the point of the bend here. So I want to get this where I can still move it. Get onto my line. And I'm going to bend it, but I don't want to bend it all the way. I don't know if I still want to be able to get the framework inside. So I don't want to be, whoop, damn it, I'm going the wrong direction. So like I said, I didn't want to go past 90 here, you know, so I can't fit the whole frame back in. This side I'll have to go just a little bit lighter. And that's how you would make a box, using all those little gadgets and moving them around like that. All right. I'm gonna go too crazy on that one. I don't want to screw myself in the end. So that's that. And that will get me started on my bend, you know what I mean? Carrying everything back, including you. All right. Whew. Here we go. So, top hinge. And that was perfect because it fit right in there like that. I couldn't be happier. So, where do we begin? I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is put some leather down under this because I don't want it. I want to try not to scratch it up and beat it up. And I'm a little workshop here. This was leather off an old couch we got rid of. And I cut all the cushions out. I'm like, you know what? That will come in handy. So the leather, obviously, is soft, and I can pound down against it with a hammer. Not worried about some steel chip or something being in that other thing. And so where do we begin, everybody? On the side over here, what I'm going to do is clamp that in place, get like the lower section peen down, and then we'll do the ends. We'll just hit it. We'll hit it, man. Now, clamps. The C-clamp will work good because I want that right in the edge there. If I can find them. We got them. Yeah, the C-clip kind of collapses in and gets that right into the corner. So, I guess there's no time like the present, right? I'm going to start with a brass hammer and see how that works. Get right in the middle here. That was perfect. I'm not going for the whole bend at one time. I'm going for part of it, and then we'll move on. Plus, it kind of sucks that frame in as you bend it down. You know what I'm saying? You with me? Everybody clap your hands if you're with me. Can't hear you. All right. So far, so good. That's what my wife said after 3 months of dating 30 years ago. How's it going? So far, so good. True story. I want to, I'll use rubber here. We use that rubber. I know you're looking at it going, is this going to work? Well, guess who's thinking that too? Right here. Okay, let's go for this side. What do you think? We'll do it. I'm about to lose the head. Gotta pound that in. Anybody got a hammer? Don't lose your head. All right, let's take it to finish. Sugar. Did I say sugar? I did. Sorry about that, guys. I don't mean to swear. It comes out. Rest up on the arms, boy. Get my workout now. A lot of resistance on this bench too, so not resistance, bouncing. That's not helping me. All right. Woo, doggy. There you have it. Look at that. Huh? Come on. I have more peeling to do on the sides, but I'll tell you right now, my arm's about to fall off. And I ain't afraid to admit it. See that? Nice. So I got to peen this down even more, but I want to put it on the car and see what we got so we can all have a gander at it. I've got to get a drill and drill through. So let me grab the drill off the drill press. All right. Let's get a drill going. Let's start with a step drill to get it rolling. Gotta find a duller drill. I don't care what they tell you. Not a drill bit in the planet that lasts. We'll start small. We'll bring it home. Holy crap. I'm going to put this on the grinder. Hang on now. Show's not over. Don't flip away. Who needs the drill doctor? Battery's getting dead. Battery's dying. All right. Here we go. Here we go again. I can almost sense the nail biting going on. Especially mine. Now, the only problem is I've got to get to the other side without letting it slip. Oh, yeah. I don't think these screws are going to be long enough, unfortunately. No. Shit. I'll let this hang for a minute while I get a different screw. Thank you. Thank you very much. I got some Henry Fords right over here. Here's some old Henry Ford quarter 20s. Come out of something. Saw them the other day. I said, I'm not going to throw those out. Old Henry, what am I be using? Oh, I can't believe that grabbed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Henry gave me the luck. I wonder if old Henry Ford's looking down going, holy crap, what are you doing to my car? Or he's saying, hey, wish I thought of that. Wish I thought of that. I'm not going to go too tight. And we're all in this together, so I didn't stop the camera. It's screwed on. We don't know what's going to happen yet. Start the drum roll. Personal drum roll, please. Now, before I close it and see what happened, these edges I put on here on both sides, I didn't weld on all the way because I can take these off and then I'll adjust my sides and get the gap that I'm looking for. Come on! Everybody, get in line. Are you shitting me? I mean, are you kidding me? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Come on, man. Wow. I couldn't be happier than that. I mean, I'm freaking boasting, but it's like, wow. We just made that together, all of us, right? Let's take a look. I couldn't be more excited. One thing I need is a handle. Now that it's closed, we'll put this on there lightly. Look at that. That is so cool. Wow. So now, I've got adjusting to do, obviously, but I don't know what to say. I mean, I just couldn't be any happier. You can see my gaps are pretty good, but it needs some adjustment. And then this side is wide. So what I will do is, I may still have adjustment in my screw to move this left or right. But I can also remake this a little wider. I'm not afraid there. But look at how it's sealed up. It's hard to see in there, but the metal from the rain gutter, right? So I'm looking at metal. You can just barely see it through the camera, but that's it. It's nice and heavy. And I was afraid of the 20 gauge, it might be light, but it really came out great. Guys and gals, I couldn't be happier where we are right now. I mean, I'm just, I'm really blown away. I couldn't be happier with that. It's just really crazy that it worked out. And the edges are all peened over and rolled. I mean, it looks, you see the rolled edge on your side there? It looks so great. You just got to, a little more pound in there. I'm just blown away. I mean, I couldn't be happier, really. I couldn't be happier. All right, that's enough of me. We hit an hour. Thanks everybody for coming back. You just saw it here first. We did it. And now I got a ton of welding to do, a lot of grinding to do to get this whole thing finished off. And then we're going to move on to the roof line. While we got you on the hook here, I'm going to put the spare tire on and show you that. So there it is with the spare on the back, and I like it. So I guess that's all that counts. So hey, we're 58 minutes and 4 seconds. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks for the great comments. Thanks for all the new support. Thanks for everyone's been kind. I haven't got a bad comment yet, and I appreciate that. And it really doesn't matter if someone doesn't like it. Hey, let me know you don't like it. But this is the way it's going, and we're going to keep on moving forward. So have a great weekend. Tomorrow is Free Beer Friday, but not here. Have a good weekend, guys. Take care.